I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win. I'll take a stab, I wanna chase a bag. I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Slowly now, I'll give up everything. A daunting goal. If I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many ones that are so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
I'll give up everything, daunting love. If I can see my dream, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything, make what I want a reality. Slowly now, I'll give up everything. A daunting love. If I can see my dreams, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win. I'll take a stab, I wanna chase a bag. I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. Slowly now, I'll give up everything. A daunting goal. If I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my
Fala galera, beleza? Sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais uma live no nosso canal. Mais uma live relacionada a Linkin Park. Você vai deixando aquele like pra fortalecer. Não esquece de se inscrever no canal e ativar o sininho pra acompanhar os próximos vídeos ou lives, beleza? Seguinte galera, deixa eu ajeitar aqui. A gente vai ver um novo vídeo onde os integrantes do Linkin Park falam sobre o novo álbum The Emptiness Machine, né, sobre a nova música, o novo álbum, que inclusive está em pré-save nas plataformas de música, que eu já salvei, obviamente no Spotify. Já salvei e favoritei a música nova, The Emptiness Machine. E o retorno à música, né, da banda, com aí o, vamos dizer, incentivo do Zane Lowe da Apple Music, né, com a... Não sei dizer. Ele ajudou, ele incentivou, convenceu, alguma coisa. Tá colado com eles, tá ligado? Vamos que vamos aqui. Já seguiram a Emily Armstrong, nova vocalista do Linkin Park. O Instagram dela está lá na tela aí agora. Deixa eu só iniciar aqui a questão do vídeo. Já gravei 2 vídeos novos hoje, um bombástico que vai sair hoje e vocês vão se impressionar e se emocionar comigo. E o outro top também sobre a nova música, né? Legendado aí. Mendes, vou trazer sim, pô. Vou trazer inclusive legendado e de outra forma que você vai se emocionar. Beleza? O salve, tá na hora de enlouquecer. Igual esse MZinho fala, né? Deixa eu só colocar aqui YouTube React. Vou capturar minha tela pra gente ver aqui. Já vai sair a legenda aqui embaixo. Beleza, deixa eu só pausar aqui a música. E vamos que vamos para esse vídeo aqui magnífico, que só está cada vez mais ganhando visualizações. Já tá quase 600 mil, ó, em tempo real aqui. Vamos lá.
We had this conversation about like the what ifs of the band. And it wasn't like, let's do it. It was like, can you imagine?
Foda, deixa eu ver se tá saindo aí. Pra você ver o peso da mulher, né? Deixa eu aumentar a qualidade aqui, tava baixíssimo. Você vê o peso da mulher, ela canta demais também, né? Não tem a qualidade aqui. Tá, vamos que vamos.
With a new singer and drummer, and new music ready to reach us once more.
O Rob saiu,
Today
né?
is a celebration, a chance to build on the incredible legacy of Chester.
Inclusive, rolou lá no comentário no grupo do WhatsApp do canal. Você que não tá no grupo ainda, avisa aí que eu vou deixar no chat aí durante a live. Eu deixo o convite aqui, beleza? E o Rob acho que até ajudou a fazer essa nova música, mas não vai participar da turnê com eles, tá?
Of Linkin.
E também eles... Oh, meu Deus, o que é que eu fiz, Jesus Cristo? Vou adiantar aqui um pouco.
And it was very real.
E aí o que aconteceu...
And
a gente vai lá no Instagram da Emily, tá lá, oficialmente, @Linkin Park, né? As duas bandas dela lá, a outra antiga. Aqui, eu vou mostrar aqui, perdão. Aqui, Dead Sarah e Linkin Park. E já no do baterista só tem baterista da Warner, né? Ela inclusive fez a postagem nova aqui. Essa mulher canta demais, olha que top. Geração Adidas, tá com a guitarra foda.
since the beginning, like first tour, first cycle, album cycle, and other people are brand new, right? Like, and to have all of those different points of view, all of that diversity of types of people and ways of thinking is like, I don't know if we could.
Me a while because it was emotional for me as well as a lifelong fan and friend to know that this was even happening. We were going to be able to talk, and I'm really grateful that you've taken the opportunity.
Ela tava um pouco nervosa ontem no começo, depois soltou, e o clipe novo, a música nova tá top, velho. E eu comentei ontem na live também que o tom, né, das músicas tá diferente, tá mais alto um pouco por causa da voz dela. A voz dela é top, ela canta demais.
Opportunity to
E
talk
que
with
ninguém nunca vai se comparar com o Chester, né? Obviamente. E a escolha de uma mulher era meio que óbvia. E inclusive eu não sou muito fã de bandas com vocalista feminina, mas escutarei aí e apoiarei o Linkin Park porque é Linkin Park e eles são top demais. É o amor da minha vida musical.
me and with all of us, and you chose
sincere as let's get together and just see if we even like what we're doing. Truth be told, there's a lot of times when, you know, I'd drive up to Mike's and we'd hang out in the studio and we'd just talk for 6 hours. And that's funny too because
Salve, salve! YV2D lá na Twitch, sim, mano. Você foi ver os lives de Theory quando foram aí no Brasil? Não, mas eu vou agora, dia 6. São Paulo, lá na Tokyo Marine Hall. Seguradora até do meu carro. Já tô com passagem comprada, hotel agendado, ingressos comprados. Vou lá. Com fé em Deus vai dar certo. 6 de outubro no show do Live The Theory em São Paulo. É sim. Melhor banda tributo aí do mundo, né? Linkin Park. Converso com eles e tudo. E o canal lá no YouTube, o Nitrius. Eu sei que tá aí no Nitrius TV, né? Que é o canal de gameplays. Eu abri hoje aqui. Eu vacilei, não abri ontem fiz live simultânea com o retorno deles, né? Tem o vídeo, bateu mais de 2.500 visualizações, tá no YouTube. O nome do canal de React é Nitrius. Segue lá no YouTube, chega lá. viu?
weeks or
Aí vão
months.
ter 2 vídeos novos também relacionados ao retorno de Linkin Park.
And at a
Não, mano. E aí, gostou da volta do Linkin Park com o novo vocalista? Eu gostei. Inclusive tem aí a live de ontem, eu acompanhei, falei, expressei todas as minhas opiniões. E vou lançar 2 vídeos novos hoje e também falo um pouco sobre isso aí.
certain point, it's
Gostei
like we
muito,
keep
ela tem...
inviting.
Era o que eu sempre falava, né? Quando assistia e fazia react sobre coisas relacionadas a Linkin Park aqui no canal Nitrius, que é de react, que tem muito vídeo também relacionado ao Hybrid Theory, que para ser um vocalista do Linkin Park teria que ter a sua personalidade própria para que não fosse a pessoa não fosse comparada com o Chester, né? O Chester é único, né? Não vai existir ninguém igual a ele, então nem adianta comparar. A galera tem que entender isso. E os caras precisavam voltar, eles estão explicando tudo nesse vídeo aqui perfeitamente. Eles vivem de música, respiram música e fazem músicas excelentes. Novo CD vai sair aí dia 15 de novembro, já tá salvo aqui no meu Spotify.
Emily and Colin back.
Pré-save,
We
né?
keep
Já tava disponível. E promete. A música tá top nova, né, velho? Imagina as outras.
Oh, that was good. Like, let's do it again. We did it again. That was good too. And it gets better and better and better. And we had some songs, and we realized, I think we should, like, this is me speaking.
Droga.
This is everybody speaking. Like, I think she's the singer. Like, is that? Am I crazy? And the other guy's like, no, I feel that too.
As that was happening, like we had a desire to like make things loud.
Yeah.
Deixar as
The
coisas
vocal
altas,
felt
né?
right, and so that inspired more heavy songs, and the heavy songs brought that out more, and it was just back and forth.
What a beautiful, beautiful
Trust
process
us.
to be able to allow yourself the space to come to a singular moment when you have to actually commit.
So we had to verbalize that.
Yeah.
And we said to her,
So
like,
that's the point when I was like, hey,
Holy shit. And by no means up to that point had you allowed any potential or any hopes or any other reality settle in.
I mean, there was a lot of feeling. There was a lot of, I definitely didn't want to go there, you know, and be like, oh, I'm the singer, or I could be the singer, or it was just like, what is good for this band? As a fan, what would be the ideal voice or energy, or what is that fit? I took myself out of the equation. And I just looked at it as like, what could be a good fit?
Yeah.
You know? And I held on to that question for a bit as I was going in and singing and stuff. And then it would, you know, there was, and that's when the thoughts would trickle, you know, being like,
Yeah.
I mean, this would be really fun. I mean,
fun.
this could work. And then it's like, oh my God, holy shit. You know, like when you start to like have that moment, it's like, whoa.
Can I ask you a question? I know, and I really love you to take it in the intention of which it's meant, which is really, really genuine and honest. You know, does Chester enter your mind in moments like this? Do you think about when you're trying to sing these songs and do what's right for the band? Like, if so, how does he manifest in this, in your thoughts and your feelings?
Well, when I first listened to Linkin Park, like Hybrid Theory, was like my favorite album. And I was starting bands at the time. I was in a band. And that was the moment where I was like, I want to sing and scream. You know, one step closer, I was like, I could do that. You know, and at the time I wasn't even a good singer. I was a guitar player in a band, you know, and I just loved being in a band. And I was like, I could do that. So of course, you know, it gets to this point and just being like, this is crazy, you know? In that fact where it's like, I would have never imagined, you know? So there's definitely that. And obviously in the side of like the feelings and the emotions of it, like I would love to do him proud, you know?
As of this conversation, you've taken a different stage. Yeah.
Como ela fala aqui. Pensa, né, de como ela poderia deixar Chester orgulhoso. Isso aí foi foda, véio. Bom demais. E no momento da live que ele chega e fala, ele apresenta ela, o Colin, e fala dos membros, né, e fala, e todos vocês representam o Chester. Mano, que lindo, velho.
Yesterday.
Sim, peraí, deixa eu ver aqui. Eles agora vão aí em Foz fazer um tour. Sim. Vão fazer em várias capitais. Ainda bem que tinha muita gente a pedir isso. Depois vão à China, um tour na China, em seguida a Austrália. Tu sabendo, e a Austrália eles vão direto,
And
né?
presented,
E voltam,
this is
né?
where the
Massa
timeline gets
demais.
even weirder, because we're a ways away from that. This is the arena setup. This conversation will happen the day after you've
A
played
Arena
your
foi
first
muito
show.
foda, né?
And I've seen the set list, now everyone's heard it. You know, there's only one new song, I think, on the set list. So the first times you sang Chester's songs, because you really became a part of this band singing your songs. It's super unique. Not even probably thinking, because there isn't a Linkin Park, what would it sound like if I sang Paper Cuts?
It's the weirdest
Right.
way to start a new band.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like we were literally like writing a new album, writing new songs,
Novo álbum, nova
figuring out the
música,
band at the same time,
no mesmo
and then
tempo.
you add on the kind of the
Você adiciona, tipo, de...
at some point, maybe not the end of it, but you add on
talvez,
later.
ao fim, mas as-
Oh, and there's all this other great stuff that we love that we wrote. But
outras
Colin and I both have like a pretty good imagination for what something is going to sound like. Like that's when we're working on a thing, right? It's like, oh, this part could use a sound like this. It's in our head. We know what it is, and then we have to make it. Similarly, I could hear her sing, and I go, I know what she's going to sound like on
lotaram tudo
Crawling.
de novo, né? Top demais.
I
lá
think
está.
I know what she's
Foda.
going to sound like on Faint. Like, and then we started doing it. You remember we sat and was it just like a acoustic?
You mean in your studio?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you've got on your piano.
My piano?
That's right.
Because we were
changed
changing the
key.
keys.
Yeah.
To get into your
Yeah.
range.
And then I was do this to
No,
scream
classic.
to
She
cover
She was
my
screaming into like a pillow or into her shirt so that it wasn't
because it was
so loud.
so quiet. But I was like,
It was
I
like
think I
sitting
could do
this
it.
far apart. Yeah.
It sounds great. No, this is good.
I mean, to some degree, I can imagine, and I mean this well,
tem que
it's a
ajustar o
little
botão de voz
anticlimactic
dela, né?
because you
O
waited your
timbre
whole
de
life
tudo dela.
to probably sing those songs and really let it go as a fan, not under the circumstances that they're in, probably
Yeah.
with Chester. Probably one day to get on
Tá
stage
bom.
with Chester at a festival and do it with him, right?
Na
So
verdade,
that-
assim, o tom da pessoa não é absoluto, a pessoa não tem um tom específico, mas tem aquela, né? O parâmetro, né?
moment when you actually get to like really sing that song, what did that feel like? When you got to sing a Linkin Park song that Chester sang and that inspired you to be a singer in the first place?
Colin and I, like, we had to like go in and like, we spent a lot of time together and like going through the songs and really trying to make them our own, you know? That was a process of like, especially the older songs that are just embedded, you know? And it's never a thought where it's like, I need to make the song my own, right? So there's a lot of deconstruction in that way, where it's like, how do I make this song have the same impact as much as possible with my voice? So I had to find the meaning in the song again, in a different way. And that was fun and challenging. Some of the songs came way quicker than others. But I definitely noticed that, like the newer songs, like Lost, like that was like so easy for me. And I thought it would be like, we went through it like a few times and I just like had it.
Yeah.
And the other ones, for some reason, even though I've listened to them so many times.
Well, maybe you're just subconsciously still connected to them as a fan.
Exactly.
It's really hard to
É,
figure out how you can
sentimento pode estar
actually
conectado
bring them
como
to life,
fã.
to your point.
Exactly.
You know, keep them authentic, but also
Yes.
be you.
Você deixa
Yes.
autêntico,
Because you got to
verdade.
do two authentics here.
Yes.
You got to do right by the song, but you got to do right by you. Otherwise, everyone's going to be like,
That's
"Wow,
right,
this is
that's
just a
right.
barroom singer
Exactly.
getting
That's
up and
really
having a go."
important.
Exactly.
I don't know if I said this to anyone.
Quem não acompanhou.
Meeting new people, and we've got Linkin Park back in our lives. Let's talk to the fans. I would just love to know what you would like the fans to know from a relationship point of view, because this is a relationship that you've built over a long period of time. And those relationships are what keep everybody in what we love. You get to do what you love, we get to love it.
I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about the process that we've gone through, the steps that we've come to get here. We've talked about it in the past that anytime you release a new album, you're kind of popping up in a new location, and then the fans have to try to like catch up.
Yeah.
So we might have gone on a 2-year journey, or in this case, a 7-year journey, or whatever that is. And then for us, we've walked that whole path. And so for us, it feels, this is where we're at, and it makes sense to us, and this is why. But to somebody else, you've disappeared, been underground for forever, and then now here you are. So there's a big amount of life that's been lived on our end and on the fans' base's end. And I think like in the process of all that, I'm so excited.
And you back yourself, that is a form of courage, whether anyone wants to call it that or not. And that is what's going on here. It is a courageous step you've all taken to continue and to make music and to reconnect.
You're gonna make me cry. Stop, you guys.
So nice.
He's gonna make me cry.
And I feel like there's a million different ways people can do that. One of them is to kind of put on a front of like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. This is my thing, whatever. You can do that, and people take that space, and that's sincerely, or whatever their path is. If that's what it is, that it is what it is. But there's also a space where you can say, and this is kind of what I feel like I'm coming from, and I think all of us, that sincerely, we believe in this, we love it, and we hope you do too. And if you don't, like, I don't think music's competitive. I think of it as like food. If I love mustard and geek out on it, and then you don't love mustard, like, we can still be friends. It's not a contest.
Says the guy who sold 100 million albums. Pretty easy to fucking not be competitive when you're on top, baby.
That part's competitive. But the actual
He actually
art is
wasn't
not.
doing a metaphor or an analogy. Like, this dude won't stop talking about mustard. And
So
so
this
annoying.
is a great pivot point where
And I really just don't relate.
Can I
don't
sell you
relate
some
to
mustard,
him.
Zane?
I don't relate to his mustard collection.
Let's just block him out because I'm a mustard fan.
When he was talking about, oh, we hung out for 6 hours and we didn't make anything, isn't that cool? This is what he's talking about.
Yeah, basically, just
This is what we made. What we
Can we
made
go to
was
work?
this.
Can we go to
It
work?
sounds really like prophetic when you're like, we sat there for 6 hours, we didn't make anything. These dudes are literally talking about mustard.
Yeah, but that's where it started. Maybe not mustard, but that's where it started. And you're right. You made a really important point very early on. Joe, you made the point that when it got very big, it's easy sometimes for that to just get overwhelmed or overshadowed by the day-to-day experience of just keeping going. Just keep going.
I mean, you didn't see it on the screen, but that's for the same reason that you're talking about, is why the album cover was almost yellow.
Back to mustard. I tried.
And also From Zero sounded better than Almost Yellow.
I don't know if there's anything left from this.
So I mean,
think
we
this is-
you know what? You know everybody well enough at this point.
Goes off, it goes off. There's no coming back.
It's not coming back.
It doesn't go in
gonna be
reverse.
nice.
There's no reverse.
I'm just grateful I got like some real emotion. I feel like
If you want to pivot back to sincerity, I think that
can you even pivot
I can
back to
pivot.
sincerity? I can do it.
if you have like 3 mustards,
Yes. This is Linkin Park I made on day one. I'm not even kidding.
I still remember the first time we met you at BBC at the studios in London.
XFM.
And you early on from the jump stood out to me as somebody who not only was like fun to talk to, but was sincerely invested in, even if I thought you may have started some gnarly rumors about us.
swear it wasn't me, man.
I still loved you.
I love you too.
And so as a full circle moment,
Yeah, it's cool, right?
every time I feel like we hang out, it's a bit of a full circle moment because there's like a new thing happening. But this is great.
It's cool, man.
And it's really great to see you and be with you.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting us to be here. You know, I'm glad we ended on mustard because that's kind of how it started. I remember you went there and you went there. You guys were fans. I remember you walked into the building and I saw you walking down the corridor toward me. And the way the studio was set up is I could see the guests walking all the way from the lift to the other end of the floor, all the way down. So you could tell if someone was in a good mood or in a bad mood, what their energy was like. Are they in rockstar mode? Are they happy with the team? Did they come off of a bad interview? I got real good at reading the room pretty quick because you had 15 seconds to figure out what was going on. And I remember you turned the corner, looking like the most American band I've ever seen in my life. It was just DC shoes, just baggy, just Calabasas. Their team, if they come off of a bad interview, are they comfortable together? Not unlike how it was today. And yeah, it was really comfortable then and it's really comfortable now and you're still taking the piss. And I love it. I'm glad you got back to that, right? I'm glad you got back to that. We'll talk around the album because I have so much to talk about on this album and I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Because you guys hold the keys to the kingdom.
Então é isso, galera. Forte abraço e mais tarde rola vídeo novo e amanhã também. Se prepare que o vídeo tá top, viu? Canal Nitrius lá no YouTube, né, galera da Twitch aí, vai lá. Canal só de react de Linkin Park, Theory, músicas, né, bandas tributos e covers famosas, unboxings e vários outros conteúdos. Falou, galera, tamo junto, forte abraço, muito obrigado por tudo e é nóis. Falou, até a próxima, hein? Vídeo daqui a pouquinho sai mais tarde, hein? Fui! Entrevista sensacional, tá vendo, hein?